I'm here with one of the illest gamblers in New York City. Shout out to Brooklyn, New York. Canarsie, Crown Heights, the Star, the Ville, everywhere them dice games go down. Now you see this man, Primo. Don't ask me why they call him Primo, but we're going to get into all of that today. We're going to talk about some jewelry that went missing. We're going to talk about law enforcement's, COs, but we're not talking about correctional officers. We're going to talk about all that stuff that everyone else forgot to talk about. So I think you should stick around. A lot of money getters watch me. This man might have taken your money, but I want y'all to help me welcome Primo to the podcast. What's good, Primo?
What's good, Mikey? What's the word? It's good to be here.
Appreciate you, man. So let's get into it. Can you tell me where you're from in Brooklyn?
I'm from Brownsville, Brooklyn. 10 a.m. boy. On the corner of East New York. And AM boy.
Tell me about growing up out in Brownsville.
The most I could say, it was interesting. It was fun. It was rough. But I grew up with my mom, so it was a single female household. It was definitely a struggle. Kind of like any other story you probably hear of a rapper. But I made it work.
You know, I ask everyone the significance of their name. You know, Primo, it means cousin in Spanish. Mm-hmm. It's also slang for a cigar. And it's also DJ Premier's alias. So could you tell me why you decided on that name?
I got that name from a Dominican girl, actually. It's a crazy story how I got that name. I don't know if you got time to hear that, but yeah.
Give me a breakdown.
I was in a female house, and a doorbell rang. And her mother asked what it is, and she said, Primo. And I was just on the couch like, I'm talking to you right now. And I'm like, Primo. Mind you, I'm African American. I don't have no Spanish descendants and nothing like that. And I just took a rhythm to that. She told me Primo, P.R.E.M.O was cousin in Spanish. I just took the I out, put the E, and I just ran with that name, Primo. That's why I got that name from. Her name was Laura too. She was nice, Dominican girl.
Was music your first choice, or did you see a different route?
Nah, I always seen a different route. I wasn't on type of things, hustling, stuff like that. Music just came about from me talking shit, you know, having that, basically that image with the money, the jewelry. It became something fun to do. But now I got one foot in the door. It's kind of easy. I like it. It fits me.
So take me back to 16 years ago or so. How did you actually become a court officer? How did that whole thing take place in your whole life?
So boom, when I graduated school, I took every test. Every test. My mom had me take every test. Fire department, court officer, police officer, whatever it was, MTA, train conductor. That just happened to be the first people to call me back. And I ran with it, you know. It was downtown Brooklyn. It had a lot of benefits with it. Even though I fucked that shit up. It was fun. It had its perks.
Could you explain to us what the job description of a court officer is?
Basically, you bring in people that got detained to court, either felony court, misdemeanor court. The court officer's job is basically, that's the boringest one. You know, you got the cops who catch the criminals, you got the COs who babysit them, you got the court officers that just take them to court to get arraigned, shit like that.
So I wanted to ask you this: Are court officers known as COs with that actual acronym?
No, not at all. Not at all. But once you're a criminal, you know, a cop is a cop, a CO is a CO. Everybody wears the same badge. Everybody is a cop.
So back then, you know, when you were a court officer, literally around that time, did you see 50 Cent expose Rick Ross for being a correctional officer? And what did you think about that?
Yeah, I did see that. I thought it was actually funny. You know, especially when he was denying it and stuff like that. I kind of laughed at it.
So when you saw a large portion of the rap community, you know, artists and fans have an issue with Rick Ross being a correctional officer, did it make you think lesser of your own job?
Nah, not at all. not at all.
Did you feel like maybe your peers looked at you different because of your job or anything like
My
that?
job occupation never had me feel any kind of way because when I had a job, I was still doing bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was just a job. Like I was still clubbing every night. I was still outside with the criminals and stuff like that. And I was even doing bullshit at work that I got questioned about. You know, it's crazy. It said like a couple cops used to call me a perp in a uniform, shit like that. You know, so that job should never really meant nothing to me. It was a good hideout. It was a good disguise for me.
Could you explain to me how you got caught with a gun and end up getting locked up?
So basically, I got into a situation. This is when when I was caught up. So like, I was still half in and half out. I got into a situation at the gambling spot. Where I got robbed. Shit like that happened. Then security guard got shot over that. And then I had to have a gun on me every day because I was beefing with some people in Brooklyn. And it just so happened when I went to another gambling spot in Flatbush, the doorman was just security, lined me up by saying he could help me, stalling me up, asking me what I got in my car and shit like that. The whole time he lining me up, he called the police, telling me I had a gun in my car, cards in my name, and the D's rolled up on me. And what they did, I backed up my NYPD ID. They go, hold on, MOS. Thinking that used to get me out of a lot of trouble when I had the grip when I ain't supposed to have it. MOS. I used to run around. I used to run around with E-Dub and all of them. I used to have that shit on me. MOS used to get me out of all type of trouble and shit like that. Shout out to E-Dub. But at that point, like they had a nigga rat on me, so they ain't care nothing about that MOS shit, man. They got out the car and they found that shit in the trunk. Car was in my name, DNA was on it, held that down.
So you end up getting taken to jail right there. Did you bond out?
Yeah, I went to jail. They hit me with a bail. I bonded out the next day. I still had to go to work every day. It's kind of embarrassing, but it was more so like, damn, now they know who I am.
Wow, you didn't get fired after that?
Nah, actually, I didn't. I was still on the job, whatever. But before like a year later, before the verdict came out, I just resigned before they could fire me.
Okay, that makes sense. Where did you end up serving your time?
On my first 4 bid, I ended up in 4 different mediums from 2013 to the end of 2016. From Livingston to Wyoming to Orleans to Mystic. Couple shoot 200s in between, but all this is upstate New York.
Were you ever housed at Rikers?
Yeah. Prior, I did 30 days before they shipped me upstate.
How was your bid?
It was always good. You ain't hear no. You hear something? You ain't hear nothing.
Now, who was running the phones? I want to ask you about what it was
Who was
like.
running the phones? Well, I was in a medium, so more so the gangbangers was running the phones, the Bloods. You know what I'm saying? But I always had Brooklyn ties everywhere, so I was more so good. I found my way in. That's funny. I found my way in every spot between the 9:30 to 11 o'clock slot, man. If you get them slots, you already know like you either know somebody or you know you affiliated, shit like that.
What sets were beefing within the jails when you went in?
I couldn't even tell you. I don't even remember. I wasn't even in that gang shit.
Do you recall anything as far as new sets forming and new groups starting?
Yes, I do, but not off the top of the head. I was more so. I was Brooklyn. I was Brooklyn when I was in there. You know how the Muslims got the Muslims, the homies got the homies, the homeboys got the homeboys, the rosters. I was Brooklyn.
Did anyone ever approach you in jail, like get down or lay down. No disrespect to Beanie Siegel. I've always liked that term as well.
Hell yeah. They always try to bring me home. You know what I'm saying? But I never went for it. It's too old to be affiliated at that point in time. And I'm not really the type of nigga like to be with a crowd. Like you see me now, I don't be with a bunch of niggas. I'm by myself. I just know what I'm capable of. I never was with the team type shit.
How did you get to know Benny the Butcher?
Oh, that right there was the universe. Cause you know, basically when I was moving around, I was hustling. I used to listen to Benny the Butcher all the time. You know what I'm saying? I remember, rest in peace, my man Suge. My first time in the game. My first day on the job selling drugs, he gave me 4 bricks. I was down on my luck, on my knuckles. I'm like, damn, what the fuck I supposed to do with this shit? I know I started listening to Benny. I got all 4 of them things. Listening to Benny, I got all 4 of them things. And then I just started listening to them ever since. Whereas then I'm posting on Instagram, listening to Benny. And then a mutual friend, which is his cousin, Cole, shout out to Cole, hit me up in the DM like, yo, I could get you next to a bro. I'm like, really? Like, yeah, come to the show, this and the third. But I was a huge Benny the Butcher fan prior to that. And he took a notice of that because I was shaking up the gram. And he linked us together. And that's how that even started.
So what was the first record you actually got on with Benny?
That's called Change My Life. Change Your Life, I should say. Change Your Life.
Yep, that's right. Y'all shot a video for that.
In Miami.
Did Benny come in the studio and record that or send you the verse?
Yeah, he did. He actually came in the studio. He cooked that up in front of me. And then a couple weeks later, he came to Miami. We did the video. And then we've been tied in ever since.
Yeah, you don't usually see something like this happening. I mean, you got Brooklyn and Buffalo connecting right here. I think it's dope. Did he tell you why the connection happened when y'all was talking?
Yeah. He said he liked the way I be moving, you know what I'm saying? I be doing what the fuck I want to do and just I be motivating. Like, you know, sometimes he said, I remember one time he said, yo, P.R.E.M.O, you motivate me. You be popping that shit. And if I don't listen to him, he doing the same thing. He be popping his shit. So more or less, like, I guess it's just 2 personalities that's just are the same. They take a liking to each other.
Tell me about the video shoot. It looks like you went all out for it, man. You had some crazy outfits, some crazy cars.
Yeah, that video shoot was definitely a real music video. You watched it?
Yeah, of course.
I liked it. You know, it was big. It was shot by Picture Perfect. Shot by Picture Perfect.
Okay.
I could change your life just by giving you my wrist. Yeah, that record, I think it should have been way bigger than what it did, but it was a start. It was my first record.
Was it the concept of the song, the I Could Change Your Life with My Wrist, that grabbed the attention of Benny the Butcher?
No, I wouldn't say that. I think anything I had, he probably would have fucked with me just because he was fucking with me. But it was a good little banger. He fucked with it.
So have you learned anything from Benny the Butcher when it comes to actually making music?
I pick up a little ones and twos from when he was in the studio, and more or less the way he paint the picture with his words. You know, I be trying to do the same thing. Like, you know, when I rhyme, it's more so like my life, and it's more like believable because the shit I be rhyming about, like, you know, dice, getting money, fucking with the girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you listen close to that shit, hating on me, and don't hate what I go through all the time because I pop so much shit.
You know, I remember meeting Benny the Butcher, and he actually had his first rollie then. I'm sure he's on his 5th by now, but I gotta know, why the plain Jane over the bust down rollie?
With me?
Yeah.
I'm not really like the icy watch type of dude. Plain Janes is, to me, a whole value. It look more subtle. And it's just like you can't fake a plain Jane. You got a plain Jane, it's like, alright, that's money right there. Like all my plain Jane watches more than niggas bust down watches. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like the plain watches. The bust down watches, excuse me.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you, does it take away the value of a rollie when you bust it down?
Yeah, it definitely do. You fuck it up it definitely do. But ain't nothing like that duck sauce, man.
Is it kind of like putting rims on a Bentley?
Yeah. Yeah.
Another lyric that caught my attention on this record, the lyric, might spend $50K to get the haters' attention. That right there caught my
That was
attention.
Butch verse, yeah.
Yeah. Could you explain to me why you might do such a thing?
Number one, I'm just a wild boy like that. I'm just, like somebody else told me, I don't respect money. So shit like that, flossing. I might spend 50K to get a hater's attention. That I didn't write that bar, Bush did, but I definitely live by that bar.
And it actually reminded me of something you did as well.
A couple of times.
Yeah, it reminded me of when you actually spent $100K at the strip club. Did you do that to get the haters' attention?
The crazy part of that was three of us. That was collective action for three people. 30.
Oh, so let me correct myself. You spent $33,000?
30,000.
$30,000 at the strip club? Did you do that to get a hater's attention?
I did that more so because that shit was coming so fast. I thought it was never going. And I won gambling. So it was like a combine of a lot. Would I do it again? Fuck no. Fuck them bitches.
Did you think that was a little excessive? I mean, let's be real. You could have purchased a Porsche Macan.
Nah, because sometimes you need memories. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to get questioned all the time when even I was in prison. Like, yo, you don't regret being a CO? And I said, nah, because even if I was still a CO, I wouldn't experience a lot of shit that I experience now as being in the streets or getting money from the streets. I done been through, my manager tell you, my manager, he found me when I was like 19 and I was hustling. And my first car was a 645. Then it was a 550. Then it was a range, and this is between 18 and 21. So now I don't be regretting nothing when I spend money. I'm one of them niggas that as long as I feel like I'm on a pavement, I'm always gonna get to $1.
So what's your go-to strip clubs? A lot of strip clubs have shut down. You had Sue's back in the day, the Players Club as well.
Mm-hmm.
What are your go-to spots?
Right now, I'm not going to no strip club because last year I created that whole aura to Mr. Spin that shit. I spent a lot of money last year. Them bitches owe me right now. I'm still trying to get what is owed, what is due. But if I was to go to one, it'll be either Atlantis or what's that shit called? Starlets.
We didn't talk about Benny the Butcher putting you on his 5th album on
Yes.
the program.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that. How'd that come about?
That came about just me wilding up the gram, popping shit, talking shit. And I got a phone call like, yo, Benny wants you to get on this record and just pop your shit. He want me to do what I do best, what I do every day. Easy. Cool. That's easy. And it ended up being a build up on his intro. Fire. You fuck with it?
Oh, hell yeah, man. I thought it was dope that Benny put you on the intro of his record. How did you determine what you were going to say? Did you do a lot more? Did they cut some out?
Honestly, they wanted me to be me. They wanted me to be Mr. Spin that shit. Primo, the arrogant dickhead, the nigga that poppin' shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I went in there and just did. Want me to be bigger than the program because I'm always yelling and I'm bigger than the program.
What's up, man? And what can we expect in the future from you and Benny?
Right now, I'm going on tour with them. I don't really know the exact dates, but I'm going on tour with them. Starting in July. Shout out to the whole BSF and the family, Zelda. But whatever, I'm on call, man. That's still my favorite rapper. Nevertheless.
Oh, word? Mine too. I'd actually told him that. I was like, yo, you got the hardest bars right now in the game.
I'm coming up right behind him with the bars. I feel like I pop so much shit. I'm slick with the words that I could be right behind him.
Yeah, we're going to talk about your new record next. But yeah, when I gave Benny that handshake, he kind of gripped my hand a little bit tight. Like he was kind of shocked to see me in the hood, I think. I was out in Yonkers. He had a video shoot with Tony Moxberg, Millies, and all them. It was the Love music video shoot.
Mm-hmm.
But, all right. I ain't tripped. Let's talk about the single, man. You did something that no other rapper has ever done. You actually rapped about your robbery on this track. You took full accountability for what happened, honestly. Like, tell me about recording this record.
Recording that record was more so. I like recording that record. A lot of people, it's a lot of controversy with that record, but I like it. You know what I'm saying? 4 niggas jumped out with sticks. I ain't panic. I gave them my shit. I really like that record, man. That's one of my favorite records. That is my favorite record to right now to this point. A lot of people might not like it, but I love that record.
So, what made you have the confidence to speak about getting robbed on the track?
Everybody keeps saying that, man. Shit happened, man. I wasn't paying attention. You know, like I said in my bar, I was a robber. I know what it is. Like, no nigga get caught slipping. Nobody above anything. Just shit happens. And it's crazy because when I think about it, the more people say it to me, like, yo, how you go wrong about that, whatever. I'm like, damn, like, what happened? Nigga, I just miscalculated some time. Like, that's all what happened. Shit happens.
You didn't worry about the backlash of it making you look weak?
Hell no, because you know why? Or what's the word for I'm saying looking for? Authenticity, like, I'm just too real. Like, people that know me know in the street, like, that shit was nothing. That shit right there is just, it happens. I'm a taker. Well, I was a taker, so we all playing the same game, just different parts of the field when you're in these streets, you know what I'm saying? You know, you got the robbers, you got the hustlers, you got the drug dealers, you got the scammers, you got the rats. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to move. You gotta know how to. That's all.
So where'd the robbery actually happen? Was it in Brooklyn?
Yeah, it was in Brooklyn. It was in Brooklyn, one of my side cribs.
What was the setting? Were you chilling on the block? Were you just leaving a dice game?
Nah, I actually was having I had a great night. I was out at 3 different places, and I was just doing a lot of posting in real time. And at that time in my life, I was shaking the city up. You know what I'm saying? I was getting calls every day from niggas from every hood talking about, yo, P.R.E.M.O, be helpful, these niggas want you, whatever. Now that shit, I used to wake up in the morning, hype up, like, yo, Bills. I was getting calls from every hood. A lot of niggas couldn't do what I did. I'm still gonna do it again, but yeah, I was moving like that. I was on that type of timing. You know, get up, put your jewelry on, get situated. I like the way I was moving. I was unstoppable.
Looking back at it, can you even explain to me how you think you got lined up?
Looking back at it, you know, posting in real time was what really did it to me, honestly. And I created this aura for myself where, like I said, like I was just moving, doing what I want to do. You know, I knew niggas was on my body, but I knew a lot of people would just approach cautiously. But like I said, it was just a time and place for everything. They did their math work. That's it. They did their math completely good.
What did they end up taking from you in the robbery? Was it money, jewelry?
I got some money, a watch, a couple bracelets, and my chain. That's what they wanted. That's what shit. If I was them, that's what I would have wanted too. They did good.
Did they take your cell phone to make sure you couldn't call nobody?
Yeah, they took my cell phone.
So was there any reluctance on your part to just give up the jewelry? In other words, was it like a strong arm, or was it, give it to us nice, be nice and easy about this thing?
I mean, yeah, guns was pointed at me. Ain't nothing nice about that, but more so is like, what can you do if you underneath the pistol? Once they got you, they got you. I was situated. I went for it, but it's like I'm not John Wick. I can't shoot from the hip. It's like they got me beat. They got me beat. You know what I'm saying? When I was doing shit out there, it was times where I'm in a car and I'm telling niggas like, no, we gotta make it home. But this nigga flinch. Like, I understand. I know 9 times out of 10, when you're a robber, at that point in time, wherever you are in your life, you really need that. So they must need that more than what I needed it. Trust and believe that.
Did you ever end up getting the jewelry back?
No.
You shouted out 42 Doug on an Instagram post saying, I can give you 42 reasons why I am who I am. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but can you give me a few of those reasons why these rappers and these industry artists don't have anything on you?
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and brag and boast, but it's just like I said, like, I play the internet a lot, and a lot of people know me within the 5 boroughs. You know what I'm saying? I've been outside for a long time, running around with different people, and I did a lot of stuff that certain people know about. So it's a difference when you compare a rap nigga to me. Like, when you active and you actually did this stuff, and there's receipts of this shit happening. You know what I'm saying? Even though I was a quarter over something, riding around with, unlicensed pistols, I'm still doing shit on the job. Niggas still getting shot while I'm on the job. But that whole accident, that whole situation that happened with me in the gambling spot when I got robbed, and then the nigga got shot a couple days later in the gambling spot when they shut the shit down on Franklin and Fulton. That was because of me, and I was on the job when that shit happened. You know what I'm saying? Coming home in 2016 to doing stick-ups and shit like that, barefaced, and getting caught for one. And then, just doing shit like that. It's like, when you got that, like, I'm blessed, honestly. Like, I thank God every day that I got away with a lot of shit. Because a lot of shit I got away with, I ain't supposed to be here talking about it. No, I'm sure they heard about it because the word get around. So when people was like, it's like Albie Al and his story. You know what I mean? Shout out to Albie Al. It's like similar to that. So that's why I be moving the way I be moving. Even when I had that jewelry. You see when I had that jewelry, how I was moving? Did you?
Yeah.
You see, like, what you said to yourself, like, this nigga doing this shit by himself. He don't got nobody. Like, what, this nigga's crazy, right? Fuck this nigga think he is.
I mean, like you said, man, you were in your moment. You were putting it on every day and going out with it, man, as anybody would.
I just know, I knew people would try, but who in their fucking right mind gonna rob Mr. Spin that shit? Because if Mr. Spin that shit find out, now anybody can get got. It's all about what's gonna happen after. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really compare myself to the rap dudes. They make music, they rap. The shit I've been through is really like, I can't even say that because all these niggas got the same rags, the richer story, but my shit is documented. You know what I'm saying? It's documented.